Hey, what's up guys? I know some of you are still missing Battlerite, so I got you covered with this fire video. It's been over 6 months since my last Battlerite video, and we all know the state that this game is in, but there's still a decent amount of things worth talking about, so let's get into it. Right now you're watching my first game in about 6 months, and as expected, I'm a little rusty. Of course I had to start off with my day one homie Rook. We all have that one character we cherish and always return to. Mine is Rook, and yours might be Sirius or Croak. But in that case I'm judging the hell out of you. But luckily this game is like riding a bike, and once you get warmed up, you get into the flow of things. I know I'm not the best player, but I have my moments. It can come down to who you're playing against and who you're playing with. You would be surprised with the different type of players you run into. Of course there's some pros who still play this game and will shit on you, but there's actually a decent amount of players who are average, and some of them even suck. Like really bad.
The fact that scores like that are still even possible and that we could wreck people is a beautiful thing.
It's honestly a beautiful thing that you can still play this game and not only wreck people, you can have some really intense games too. The type of games that get your heart pounding and make a 5-minute match feel like 20 minutes. Don't get me wrong though, you'll play a fair amount of matches that are unbalanced, whether you're wrecking the enemy team or if you're the one getting anally wrecked. There's not that many people on this game, so I figure the matchmaking is doing what it can. Surprisingly, you can find queues really fast sometimes, but other times it'll be pretty slow or seemingly last forever. I normally play at night, but something that changes everything for me is that I only play this game with a friend or two. It definitely helps to have at least one friend to play with if you can. Both of my friends who play this game have a good amount of experience, and it definitely helps with making our team feel more consistent. I assume it makes the queues faster because you don't have to search for teammates, and you're able to talk in a call, which can obviously be a huge advantage. I'm mentioning all of this because this obviously improves my experience, and I don't know what it's like playing by yourself nowadays. I used to play by myself all the time a few years ago, back when I was motivated to play this game, but now Battlerite is just a good time with friends. But we actually started playing a little more regularly. Back when I made my last Battlerite video, I only played a couple of games just to get footage for the video and to talk about the game, and because I didn't want to ruin my perfect 500 hours of playtime. But I wasn't able to resist when my friends wanted to play this game again. This is still one of my most played games on Steam, and I still think about how great it could have been, or at least how much better it should have been. I know I said this last time, but I think this game would be doing so much better with just minimal effort, like occasional updates or even just cosmetics. Like, do you know how much motivation those old battle passes gave me? Just look at this Croak skin. Like, yeah, it'd be nice if we got regular updates, but even if they only did events and added new cosmetics and quests, I think it'd be better than nothing. There's people who still play this game with absolutely nothing, so imagine if they never stopped having battle passes every season. I think there'd be at least a few hundred more people playing, and a lot more of those people spending their money, because not many people are gonna want to spend their money on a dead game that doesn't get any updates. Not including my dumbass friend who recently bought gems. I don't support that, and you know who you are. But speaking of the player count, can you take a guess of how many people still play this game? Come on, take a guess. I'll give you a second. Of course the number's going down over time, but as of right now, the numbers aren't looking too good. Well, let's say you guess around 100 players. Well, that's too low. We're not there yet, surprisingly. But did you guess around 1,000 players? Then you're dreaming, but if you did guess around 100 players, then you're close enough. There's an average of about 200 people playing this game. Yeah, I know. It's pretty sad. You're looking at the numbers for this game in the middle of 2022, and take note that my videos are pre-recorded. But yeah, unfortunately I don't think this game is gonna get better numbers than this, but at least it's not doing as bad as Battlerite Royale. These numbers are disgusting. Like, goddamn, double digits? Just take that horse to the back and shoot it already. Well, at least Battlerite's numbers are good enough for you to play the game right now. I've never played Battlerite Royale, but is it worth a try? I know it's funny asking that now, but maybe I'll make a video on it. But there's actually a new game by Stunlock Studios, and I'm sure most of you know it by now. They don't have too many games under their belt, but a while ago they announced this game called V Rising, and the game is already out by now. I know I said I wasn't excited for this game in my last Battlerite video, but I at least want to know the game they chose to make instead of just updating Battlerite. Like, I want to see the game that killed Battlerite. Well, that was Battlerite Royale, but it's actually kind of crazy how well this new game is doing. This new game, V Rising, has already peaked at 150,000 players, and even though the big hype is dying down, Battlerite has never seen anything close to this. This new game's average player count compares to Battlerite's all-time player count. Like, what? These numbers are crazy, and I don't think anyone expected V Rising to do this well, and I don't think the game looks too bad either. I would just never pay $20 for this type of game. And maybe this is the beginning of Stunlock Studios maintaining a game long term. Or they'll kill it off like Battlerite and even Bloodline Champions. But I don't want to talk about that new game right now. It's just another thing that triggers my PTSD for Battlerite. Even when you're on the main screen, it triggers my PTSD. Like a 4-year anniversary? What are we celebrating? There hasn't been an update in like 3 years. There's nothing to be happy about. Like, tell us about your new game, why don't you? The new game you're making instead of working on this masterpiece. Oh yeah, and I should sign up to receive news and updates on this dead-ass game. I might as well download Battlerite Royale and join the Discord. What am I, fucking crazy? Okay, listen, Stunlock Studios. I'm not mad at you, but I already know you'll abandon this game like how you abandoned Battlerite and Bloodline Champions. I've never even played Bloodline Champions, but you need to treat your games better, you hear me? These games are like your kids. You either raise them right, or you'll end up with PC babies, and we don't want that, now do we? And let's say you don't abandon this new game. It still won't fill the void of good old Battlerite. I'll give V Rising a fair chance, but this better be the start of a better track record so when people hear the name Stunlock Studios, they don't think of a dead game. I'm only saying what I'm saying because I want the best for everyone involved, and sometimes that can include some tough love. If it were up to me, they'd update Battlerite while making this new game for the ultimate comeback, but since this video's out, that means they didn't do that and missed an interesting but unrealistic opportunity. Either way, with all things considered, I think Battlerite can still be worth playing. I doubt there's many new players, but if there is, it'll be tough to get the hang of everything, but it's not impossible. You'll just have to adapt fast, or get your ass handed to you the hard way. And if you're more of a veteran like me, you'll still get a ton of PTSD triggers, but if we stop being so goddamn emotional, it can still be a fun game. I know the queues can be dead sometimes, and there can be some sweats, but think about this game in another few years. I appreciate that my friends and I were still able to have great moments in 2022. I thought it was funny how we enjoyed getting placed for ranked even though it's been the same season for about 3 years. Also, playing ranked and casual could be the same thing nowadays. And I know I ended my last Battlerite video with some negative vibes, but this time I want to switch it up, and for a good reason. I know things aren't looking good, but play Battlerite while you can. Returning to Battlerite this time made me think about a time when I won't be able to come back and just play a quick match. For all we know, this game will be completely dead in 2025 and we won't be able to play it at all. So I'm grateful I still have my account and my progress and that I'm able to play with a friend at almost any time of the day. I don't know if we'll be able to do that in a couple of years, but I'll let you guys know in the future and as time goes on. But for right now, enjoy Battlerite while you still can. Thank you guys for making it to the very end. That really means a lot that you enjoy my videos, and you can show your appreciation by leaving a like. There's not many videos on this game anymore, so you better do it. And don't forget to drop a comment about anything Battlerite related, if you missed this game, if you still play it, or maybe what you think about V Rising. Let's get a discussion going. I know I don't normally upload Battlerite, but if you like my type of content or have a little crush on me, then you might want to subscribe. You can check on the screen for some of my other videos. Again, I appreciate you for making it this far, and Battlerite will forever live in our hearts. Peace.
Enemy team won the orb.